Some houses make noises at night. Wood shifts, pipes click, old nails complain under changing temperature, that's normal. But when a house inhales, pause and exhales, pause like it has lungs, longer pause, that's not a sound, that's a behavior. And we didn't realize we were living inside it until it decided we belonged there. We moved in at the end of October, the kind of October where the sun looks tired, where the air tastes like wet metal, where the wind doesn't feel like wind, just something moving through dead branches. The house sat at the end of a dirt road, half hidden behind trees. No neighbors close enough to see your lights, no streetlights, no dogs barking, just quiet so complete it made your ears ring. 3 bedrooms, a narrow kitchen, a living room with a fireplace that looked like it had swallowed too many winters, and a long hallway cutting through the center of the house, like a spine. The realtor smiled too quickly and spoke too softly, like she was in a church. "It's been empty for years," she said, "so it needs a little love." I asked the obvious question, "Why so cheap?" She didn't blink. "Owner wanted it gone." There was a beat of silence, and then she added as if it mattered, "And the roof is new." My wife squeezed my hand. We needed a place, we were exhausted, we were running out of time, so we signed. The first thing I noticed after the door closed behind us was the air. It didn't feel stale, it felt occupied, like stepping into a room where someone had been standing for a long time and just moved away, but the warmth of their presence remained. We spent the first day unpacking, boxes, tape, dust, the soft thud of cardboard on old wooden floors. Every time my footsteps hit the hallway, the sound felt different, not echoey, not hollow, muted, as if the walls were absorbing it. I told myself that was just age, old insulation, old plaster. That night we ate on the floor, leaning against the couch like tired strangers in our own home. My wife laughed once, one sharp laugh, and then it died in her throat. "What?" I asked. She shook her head. "Nothing, it's just quiet. Quiet is good." But when we turned off the lights, the quiet didn't feel good anymore. It felt like the house was listening. I woke up at 2:17 a.m., not to a bang, not to a creak, to rhythm, a slow, deliberate inhaling sound. Deep enough that it felt like it came from under the floorboards. I didn't move, I didn't even blink at first. My eyes stayed open, staring into the black, trying to understand whether I was dreaming. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. The sound was not random, it had timing, and it wasn't just sound, it was pressure. With each inhale, the air in the bedroom felt like it thickened. With each exhale, it relaxed, my chest rose, and the house rose with it. I held my breath. The sound stopped instantly. I exhaled, and it started again, longer, steadier, like it had been waiting for me. I turned my head slowly toward my wife. She was awake, not sitting up, just staring, eyes wide, unblinking. "You hear that?" I whispered. She didn't answer. She reached to the nightstand and turned the lamp on. Warm light flooded the room, and the sound vanished, as if the house had pulled itself back into stillness. We stayed awake until morning. We didn't say the word breathing. We didn't need to. The second night it happened again, 2:17 a.m., same rhythm, same patience. The third night it was closer, not in the walls, not in the vents, in the hallway. We kept the door closed after that, but the sound didn't care about doors. It traveled through the crack beneath, soft and steady, like someone sleeping on the other side. By the fourth night, my wife started sleeping with the lamp on. By the fifth, she was sleeping with her phone in her hand. On the fifth night, I decided I was done being afraid of air. I got up, took my flashlight, and opened the bedroom door. The breathing stopped immediately. The hallway was dark, and darker than it should have been, not just no light dark, it was thick like ink. At the far end of the hallway, the storage closet door stood slightly open. We had never opened that closet. I knew we hadn't because we didn't even have anything to put in it yet. I stepped forward. The floorboards didn't creak. They softened, like the house was swallowing the sound of my weight. One step, two. With each step, the air got heavier, humid, and there was a smell now faint but unmistakable, metallic, iron, like a penny held too long on your tongue, or blood. When I reached the closet, I angled the flashlight inside. The beam fell on empty shelves, dust, cobwebs, nothing, just a blank space. But the darkness behind the shelves looked wrong, not deep, not shadow, more like a stain that light couldn't fully penetrate. Then the breathing returned, not behind the closet, behind me, right behind my shoulder. A warm exhale brushed the back of my neck. I jerked around, swinging the flashlight. The hallway was empty, no footprints, no movement, no figure, just the mirror on the wall when we hadn't hung there, but the house already had. And in the mirror, pause, I saw something that made my stomach drop. Two small shapes like children standing behind me, still, watching. I spun around, nothing. But the mirror still showed them, as if the reflection belonged to a different hallway. Then the closet door creaked, not open, not shut. It shuddered, like something inside it had pressed against it. Hard, I took a step back, and that's when the wall beside the closet moved. At first it was subtle, a slow outward swell, barely the thickness of a breath. Then it pulled back in. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. My hand lifted without thinking, and I placed my palm against the wall. It was warm. Room temperature, warm like skin. And under my fingers I felt it, a gentle, rhythmic push from within, like muscle, like something alive, using the house like a body. The breathing sped up. The hallway lights flickered even though they were off. For a moment the darkness stuttered as if the air itself was skipping. My wife screamed from the bedroom. I ran back and found her sitting upright, clutching the sheets. "There's something in the ceiling," she said, voice shaking. I heard it scratching, and then a voice. "We don't have an attic," I said. She pointed upward. I heard it above us, like it's trapped. As she spoke, the lamp on the nightstand dimmed for a second, then returned. Dim, bright, dim, like the house was blinking. We didn't sleep. We sat in the lit room until dawn. Morning came like a lie. The house looked harmless in daylight. The hallway was just a hallway. The closet was just a closet, but there was something else now. A thin, dark line creeping from the closet's baseboard, like a stain. Like moisture, except it wasn't water. It was too dark, too thick, and it smelled like pennies. My wife didn't look at it. She kept repeating one sentence, quiet like a prayer. "Something here is hungry." That night it started early, not 2:17, 1:36. The first inhale was so deep the lamp flickered even while it was on. The walls tightened, the air thickened, my ears popped, like we were descending underwater. Then the closet door slammed shut at the end of the hallway. The sound was violent, wood cracking, frame trembling. My wife grabbed my arm. "Don't," she whispered, but I was already moving, not brave, just desperate to make it stop. I walked down the hallway with the flashlight shaking in my hand. The breathing was faster now, not calm, panicked, like a runner gasping. The closet door began to open, slowly, on its own. The beam of my flashlight cut into the darkness inside and landed on the back wall. And the back wall wasn't drywall anymore, it was wet. Glossy, pulsing, a dark membrane that expanded and contracted in time with the breathing. Veins ran through it, thin black lines branching outward like roots, and there were marks on it, handprints, small, smudged, dragged, as if someone had pressed their palms into it and been pulled away. The smell hit me like a punch. Iron, rot, and something sweeter beneath it, like spoiled meat. I gagged. The membrane swelled outward, closer, and for a moment I saw a shape behind it, a shadow moving as if under skin. Then the surface bulged sharply. A clear handprint appeared from inside. 5 small fingers splayed against the membrane, and a whisper spilled out, not words, not exactly. A breathy, childlike sound like crying swallowed into a throat. My flashlight beam dimmed, not flickered, dimmed as if the darkness was drinking it. Then the house inhaled, one long, impossible inhale. The hallway narrowed. The walls drew inward toward the closet like ribs collapsing. The floorboards bent, not creaked, bent. And the mirror on the wall showed the hallway filling with people. A man, a woman, children, their faces pale, their eyes wide, not ghosts drifting, not floating. They looked trapped, pressed against something invisible like glass, and in the center paused the father. I recognized him from the article I found online. His face was frozen in a scream, and he was moving backward, being dragged into the pulsing wall. The membrane opened like a mouth, not teeth, just a widening split. And the father disappeared into it. The inhale ended, the house exhaled, and everything snapped back, walls returning, floor relaxing, air thinning, silence, a thick, satisfied silence. I didn't think. I grabbed my wife. We ran. We didn't pack. We didn't lock the door. We sprinted out into the cold night, stumbling down the dirt road like animals escaping a trap. Behind us, the front door slammed shut, not from wind, from intention. The house stood still in the moonlight, looking like nothing had happened, looking calm. We stayed in a motel. We called the realtor, no answer. We called the previous owner's number from the paperwork, disconnected. We drove back once in daylight with a friend. The closet was normal, drywall, dust, cobwebs, no membrane, no smell. The stain on the baseboard was gone, but the mirror had a handprint on the inside surface. Small, perfect. Like a child had pressed their palm against it from the other side. My wife refused to step inside again, so we left, for good. 3 weeks later, a for sale sign appeared online. New photos, fresh paint, bright lighting. The listing called it cozy, quiet, full of character. A young family bought it. I know because I looked them up and I hate myself for doing it. 2 months after that, the listing vanished. No explanation, no sold, no pending, just gone. And then one night at exactly 2:17 a.m. my phone rang. No caller ID. I stared at the screen until it stopped. Then it rang again. I answered. I don't know why I answered. And on the other end there was no voice, no words, just a slow, deep inhaling sound. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause, patient, familiar. As if the house pause had finally found where we went. Some houses make noises at night. Ours just needed air, and now it knows my number.